First, we got Adeptus, Custodes, literally the best. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I kind of agree. They got like the best drip and everything. So, shout out to Custodes for this video. Let's go to it. Let's go.
Hi friends, do you like being the super bestest guy ever? Well, here you go. Not them, even more bestest. No, even bestester. Ah yes, here we go. The Adeptus Custodes are some of the most, if not the most elite warriors in the entire galaxy.
True.
So, today, we're gonna talk all about what these banana dudes are all about. Also, stay tuned to
What do you mean by that? Banana dudes. What do you elaborate, bro? Banana dudes. What you mean by that? What's banana shaped? What's causing you to say that?
very end for a special giveaway announcement. Ooh! These golden fellas are basically the greatest single warriors in the entire Imperium and debatably in the entire setting. The Adeptus Custodes are the.
Whoa now. Watch it. Hold up. What you mean by that? We all know who the best is. Come on, man. Let's not glaze. Like, these guys, they're them. They are them, bro. And their fashion is out of this world, bro. They got the diamonds with the gold, the red and gold. I'm gonna keep it real. They're cool. They got like the diamonds in the eyes matching with the. It's fire. They got the best drip in the entire Warhammer, everything. But let's keep it real for what it is. Let's not glaze too much. We all know who the best is. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
Ultra mega elite guardians of the Emperor who primarily reside on Terra, but also do operations across the galaxy to the Emperor's benefit. It is said that the Custodes are the Space Marines as Space Marines are the Guardsmen. So yeah, you could say they're pretty tough. A single Custodian is said to be able to turn the tide of entire wars, a squad of Custodians also being able to do the same thing, but faster and betterer. But much like the endless hordes of evildoers threatening the Imperium, there's another insidious threat looming. Malicious identity thieves, endless hordes of spam calls assaulting your patience, and the dreaded data brokers. Oh god.
This is an ad.
Gosh, I certainly wish there was a mighty guardian defending me from these endless annoyances
This is ad.
threats to my privacy. Oh wait, there is! That's right, Incognito is back to
Caught you. All right.
as a Legio Custodian
let's go.
sometime around the Unification War. Their exact time of creation is debated in-universe, some Imperial scholars believing them to have been made after the ill-fated Thunder Warriors, and others citing evidence of them working alongside the Emperor before the Thunder Warriors' creation, and that they were in fact the first warriors of the Emperor. To me, it's quite obvious that the Custodians were created first. Not only does it make thematic sense that the Emperor's most loyal and stalwart companions were his first sons, but take a look at this. What is that? Exactly, it's lightning. And lightning always comes before thunder. Food for thought. But regardless of their time of creation, their purpose of creation is quite clear. The Custodians were made to be the perfect warriors, unmatched skill intact, impossibly fast, strong as no other, and most importantly, they possess an unbreakable and undying loyalty to their master, the God Emperor of mankind. But despite their great might, the Custodians were never intended to be the Imperium's military force. In comparison to Space Marines, and especially to Thunder Warriors, the creation of a Custodian is far more elegant and complex. The original aspirants were secretly kidnapped children of Terran nobles, but with the Custodians' existence now...
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it, yo. Bro, speaking of bit-napping children, yo, let's really talk about it. Bro, do y'all know, like... It's so crazy because like everybody chooses to like, you know, ignore it. I'm not about to ignore it. See, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Ain't nobody gonna touch me. Yeah, nobody. There's not an amount of fans like Warhammer fans. There's not an amount of for the Emperor. Got yo, I don't care. Yo, you can for the Emperor all day long you want. But guess what? Yo, when I'm giving you when I give you that 60 hit combo from Mortal Kombat, you ain't gonna be for the Emperor no more. I promise you that. Listen, bro, did y'all know, bro? And it's so crazy because I literally started playing Warhammer from the video game. Like, I started checking out Warhammer, like, you know, Space Marine 2, like cutscene reactions or whatever. I was really interested. When I got into this Warhammer lore, right, I just started reacting to any lore because I just wanted to know more about Warhammer. Let me explain something to you. Do y'all know that they take little kids, bro, and then they basically like do surgery on these little kids and make these like make these kids into like Marines or whatever, y'all? Yeah.
public and revered to join
They didn't
the
tell y'all, did they? I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't care about releasing secrets. I'm good at that.
ranks of the Custodes is seen as a great and powerful honor. So, when word gets out that more are being made, Terran Imperials and Pilgrims fervently throw their babies at the holy recruiters. Although the exact process is unknown, every single custodian made is an intricate piece of art, perfect in every way. Originally,
And they cooked. And they cooked. I'm not a hater, y'all. Y'all might like look at me and be like, oh, I'm a hater, or y'all might look at me and be like, well, you're a player hater, or you just hit on my favorite Primarch, whatever. No, I'm not a hater. As a matter of fact, I'm the opposite. Yo, I actually praise hard work. I praise when something looks good, especially the women. But like honestly though, look, seriously, bro, they cooked when they made these, bro. The Emperor, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Even though you're a bitter, baby daddy, bro, you owe like $1 billion in child support. You're down bad. You over here cooking on a chair, like your drawers stink. Even though everything is down bad for you, bro, like you cooked when you made these guys. Just being honest with you, you cooked. Cause I'm gonna keep it real. Like the colors and everything, you did good, bro. I'm not a hater. I like these dudes. I'm a big fan.
they were handcrafted by the Emperor himself, but now custodians can also be made by trusted detergents on account of, yeah, that. Custodians
BBL. Yeah, bro. So now, like, just because the Emperor made it, bro, like you can now make it now, bro. Like the formula, like now obviously they're not gonna use like the same way of making like these custodies, these custodies or whatever. But bro, let's keep it real for what it is. Like, bro, you could just get the BBL, like you can get the BBL custodies, bro. Like you could legit become one of these guys now. Will you have the same skill? No. Will you be able to have the same finesse as these guys? No. But at the same time, bro, like, bro, you can get under that knife and you can become one of these guys, bro. Seriously.
are taken as little itty bitty babies and then genetically altered using the Emperor's own genetic material in the process. Similar to Space Marines, they're implanted with gene seed and given extra organs.
They barely came out the womb and they already going under the knife. They are already going through surgery, y'all. They barely came out the womb, bro. They didn't even cry yet. You know how like whenever like newborns come out the womb, they cry or whatever, but like they just fast asleep. Like when newborns come out, like when newborns, y'all, come out the womb, they sleep for like 14 out of the 24 hours, right? They're just knocked out completely. Bro barely got in 10 hours of rest. He already in surgery. He already in surgery, getting worked on. What?
However, the process is much more finicky for the Custodes, and very few aspirants are successful in their ascension. One key reason that success is so rare is the esoteric bioalchemy required to complete the process. What exactly this entails is unknown, but legend states that during the process, every custodian is essentially soul bonded to the Emperor in some way or another. And this not only gives them supreme loyalty, but also helps them in battle as the hand of the Emperor guides and protects them. Well, the hand of the Emperor guides all, but especially those he likes. In addition to their prowess in battle, the custodians were also created to be philosophers, diplomats, and scholars. During the aspirant processes, their minds were remade not only to deter the filthy myths of corruption, but also instilled with immense knowledge. Knowledge of a myriad of combat forms, but also a knowledge of history, art, geography, politics, and basically everything else. Thus, it was clear that the Custodes' true purpose was as the Emperor's companions in every sense of the word. They were the ultimate guardians, as well as being individuals fit to hold conversation and musings with the Emperor. In his life, the Emperor would engage in deep intellectual discussions, hold philosophical debates, and even ask advice from his Custodes. However, despite being the ultimate guardians, it's still quite hard to guard against 4 Satans and a wanton son. So, after the Emperor was gravely wounded by Horus, the Custodes went into deep mourning. But they didn't let their sadness affect their grind, and they continued to stand watch over the Golden Throne, the continent-sized Imperial Palace, and by extension, the world of Terra. And soon after the siege, Guilliman and Valdor also issued the Edict of Restraint, which meant that most custodians would have to remain on Terra with the sole purpose of guarding the Emperor. This would later prove to be what we in the industry call a dum-dum move.
True.
But after the fall of Cadia and Guilliman's resurrection, he lifted the edict, and now the Custodes could go to the most threatening threats in the galaxy to quell them before they could reach Terra and threaten the Emperor. Wow, what a grand idea. Shame it took 10,000 years, the resurrection of Blue Jesus, and the galaxy splitting in
Oh,
half.
hold up now. Hold up now. Hold up. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Let's not do that now. No, 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 no. He's nowhere near my goat. No, let's not. Don't do that. Bro, cracked up, bro. You the man and all, bro. Let's not do that, bro. I don't even like that he even said something like that. He's nowhere near my goat. My goat could never. Come on, man. Like, come on, yo. Let's not even. I'm not even rocking with the way he even said that. No, let's not. Come on, bro. With him compared to my goat, him, you tripping. Let's just keep it real. I don't want to get disrespectful, bro, but like I can really get disrespectful. The blue who? Oh, okay.
Have to think of it. But anyways, one of the coolest shield companies, the Dread Host, primarily fill the
What are you
role of
talking
going
about?
off Terra and hunting down the greatest.
Didn't bro get knocked out for 10,000 years? Like, yo, let's keep it real for what, yo, wasn't he slumped for like 10,000 years? Wasn't he counting sheep for 10,000 years? Hey, I don't want to, yo, listen, I get disrespectful. I swear to God, I will. Why is he talking? Yo, didn't bro get knocked? Yo, listen, I tried to hold up on the G Thug, you know, on the G Thug slander because y'all was saying stuff, but bro, I really turned it up a notch. I'll really raise up the volume. I'll really hurt bro's feelings. Yo, I'll really knock his confidence over like bowling pins. Wasn't he knocked out for 10,000 years? My goat came back in 3 days. Bro was out for 10,000 years.
Galaxy splitting and have to think of. Beyond defending the palace, the most super special the Custodes get the privilege
And
of
don't get me started on him. Yo, he already owe $1 billion in child support. Yo, even listen, the emperor he ain't do nothing to me, but like I'm just heated off that. Like,
directly guarding the Emperor. These are called the Companions, and they stand completely still and silent in a battle-ready stance in the off chance that something gets into the Golden Throne and needs to be killed. This is also, of course, incredibly boring, since they just stand.
no, but not even boring. That's just, I don't want to say stupid, but that's just dumb. Like, he already obliterated. Like, he's already, man, oh my God. Look at his suit. Like, not his suit, but like, look at his attire. Man, I know his draws stink. Y'all, he's been sitting on this same chair, y'all, for years. Yo, he hasn't taken a shower in years. His whole aura just smells horrific.
There. And even for a mighty custodian, this monotony is extremely taxing and mind-breaking, so they need to be switched out every so often. I personally would at least give him like a yo-yo or something to break the monotony, but even without a yo-yo, the switch outs are still quite far apart. One dude was able to stand watch for a whole century before needing to be replaced. Pretty wild. My Gen Z attention span.
Bro, didn't they give him like a Gatorade or something? He stood there for a century. That's 100 years. He stood there for 100 years, bro. They didn't give him like a snack or something. I know his feet was aching, bro. Like,
Endless, useless brain couldn't even stand still for like 6 minutes, probably.
okay, that's
But
crazy.
guarding the Imperial Palace isn't just standing around all day doing nothing. In reality, it's standing around all day doing nothing while sometimes playing games. Or I guess game singular because they only play one game, and that game is the Blood Games. The Blood Games were made by Constantine Valdor or Alfarius. I don't really remember actually, and also I guess it doesn't really matter since everyone is Alfarius. But anyways, they made it after the Thunder Warriors Primarch led a coup in the Imperial Palace that was creatively named the Palace Coup. The coup was thwarted, but it raised concerns over the palace defenses. So, the Blood Games is essentially a mock assault where a custodian makes a wacko plan to try and assassinate the Emperor, and the other custodians have to defend against them. In theory, this helps keep the Custodes sharp and helps to expose
Yeah, it's kind of like scrimmage, basically.
any weaknesses in the Custodes defense plan so that they can reinforce weak areas. And these plans can get pretty wacky and out of the box since the Custodes want to be ready for anything. But nerd stuff aside and back to the they hit stuff good aspect. As I've said before, the custodians are basically the manifestation of that kid who makes the bestest, most strongest, most powerfulest character on the playground. On top of
Yeah, but then like he was given everything though. Like, let's not act like he was just like a lucky like spawn or something like that, and he spawned as like the best thing ever. No, bro spawned, and 10 minutes after he was under surgery. He was under a knife. Like legit, like bro was literally given. What do they say? What do they call it? I think they call it like the Emperor's DNA, whatever. But like he was literally altered, bro. Like, let's not act like he was like that one lucky kid. Like, obviously, everybody's born with talents and gifts and stuff like that. But like, let's not act like he was just born genetically with these gifts and talents. No, he wasn't. Bro was born a regular kid, and then they took him, and then he was immediately in surgery, like that. He didn't even get his first cry out. He didn't even like get like his first burp out. Like, he was already just like. Bro was legit already just under the knife. I feel bad for the babies.
their unmatched reflexes, strength, and speed, the Custodes are also very well versed in a number of martial arts and fighting styles called katas, designed to counter any foe that they may face. Since the Adeptus Custodes is essentially an army of one-man armies, the Custodes battle as individuals rather than in squads like Space Marines. They of course can work in teams, but due to their mega reflexes and ultra precision, they can pretty much do their own thing without worry of getting punched in the head by one of their buddies or something. The Custodes have no formations, no real army-wide coordination, or even a real command structure. Each custodian is roughly equal in terms of mental and physical prowess, so ranks in the Adeptus Custodes are usually just for respects or literal awards for big achievements. Ranks aren't even necessarily tied to feats, since Custodes traditionally just get names added to their name after they do something cool. Therefore, some Custodes have names that literally fill entire books. I sure bet that makes signing legal documents quite the hassle. Waka waka! But anyways, the Custodes roll into battle knowing their objectives, so they rarely need to be ordered by the others. If anything, a Custodian would likely be like, oh hey, can you kill that guy while I kill this guy? And then like half a second later they high five because they just won the war. Another interesting tidbit is that the Custodes sometimes prolong battles with unfamiliar opponents so that they can learn about the new enemy's fighting style to improve their own skills even more.
Okay, that's actually okay. I'm gonna keep it real. That's something that I would do. As a matter of fact, I think I did that in like a video game. What game did I do that in? I think I did that in like NFL Street when I was younger, bro. Like I think I used to like beat up on a computer or whatever, but I think I used to like learn how like the computer play and stuff like that. Especially like on hard mode.
But if they must, they can just sweep through hordes and hordes of opponents with ease, gun down great beasts with masterfully placed shots, or strike down enemy duelists with a few deft strokes. But what do they do all those wacky, deadly things with? Well, they could kill basically anything with just their bare hands and razor-sharp abs, but they generally don't do this and prefer to use their...
Hold up, they don't actually take out people with their abs, right? Is he just saying that just to say that? There's no way he genuinely... There's no way they actually take out... He's just joking, right? Yo, if they take out people with their abs, bro... If they take out people with their abs, bro, I'm gonna like keep it completely honest with you. Games Workshop, that's the biggest glaze I've ever seen in my life. Yo, if I died to somebody's core, I'm gonna keep it real for what it is, bro. I'm blowing everything up. I'm legit becoming a menace to society. Bro, if I go out bad to somebody's 8-pack, bro, I'm coming back. Like, bro, I'm resurrecting, bro. Doom, bro, I'm gonna raise up like the Undertaker in WWE. And I'm legit setting bombs everywhere and I'm blowing everything up. There's no way, bro. I become the darkest villain you've ever seen in your life. There's no way.
Arsenal of master-crafted gear. Each custodian has custom armor precisely fitted to them and have unique decorations suited to the wearer. This armor is made of auramite, which is naturally gold but can have its color changed if you don't like painting metallics. Auramite is a magic space metal that is the strongest thing maybe ever and is near impervious to damage. It's also quantum inert, whatever the hell that means. But next up, their standard weapon is the Guardian Spear, which is honestly one of the coolest 40k weapons to me.
That thing is cool. That thing has a lot of aura to it, bro. That thing got a Glock with the switch on it and a knife.
Is a halberd with a power
It's
blade
hard.
and
I'm gonna be honest
bolter.
with you.
Fucking
It's
epic.
hard.
All my homies love taping two weapons together for a mega weapon.
Told you.
And look at this weird looking guy. His pose is dumb, but he has a melta spear. Let's go! Custodies can also opt to take Sentinel Blades, which are also pretty wicked cool. These are humongo power swords, also with bolters. This time, double-barreled for doubled lead. Shooting lead, that is. Wow! Also, the guard being the magazines makes absolutely no sense, but it's the coolest shit ever, so
True.
who cares? The Custodies also have Alaris Terminators for when they want to be even more
Damn, he built like Brian Urlacher from the Chicago Bears. Yo.
impervious to damage. They've got a lot of grab vehicles to show how rich they are.
Damn, they got the Lamborghinis too. Oh, hold up. Hey, I can't lie to you. Hey, I'm gonna have to join the Custodies, bro. They got Lamborghinis and Bugattis and McLarens. Oh yeah, I like this. Hey, you know what, bro? I'm the newest member of the Custodies, bro. For real.
Including a Grav Rhino, which is pretty funny. They
Ew.
have Dreadnoughts in the off chance they do end up getting killed. And they also have one of the coolest units ever called the Blade Champion. Beyond having the best model in the Custodes range, the Blade Champions are honored elites among elites who are master bladesmen and hunt down enemy commanders and the most threatening elites that they may have.
That sword looks
They wear
nice.
less armor both because they're so skilled they usually don't get hit, and because it allows even more maneuverability and speed as they zip around the battlefield like some kind of bloodthirsty golden missile man. And finally, I just wanted to mention the Sisters of Silence. They might get their own video in the future.
My goodness. Yo, now y'all, the Sisters of Silence. Hey, they definitely my type. Oh my goodness. I said she got me on a ringtone. Are you talking about the pink phone? Oh my goodness. Man, fine is wine, y'all. Man, yo, I would easy, bro, roll up to one, bro. Get their number. They don't even have to say nothing. They can just write it down. Because, you know, they be talking like, they be talking like Kevin from South Park. Like, yo, like, they don't even have to say nothing. Like, bro.
But here they serve in tandem with the Custodes as the talons of the Emperor. The Custodes are the right hand of the Emperor, and the Sisters are the left. There's a cool duality to them as they cover the Custodes' semi-vulnerability to Psychers, and since the Sisters of Silence are all blanks. The Sisters of Silence' main purpose, however, is to hunt down rogue Psychers, gather Psychers to be trained in the Astra Telepathica, or gather Psychers to be sacrificed to fuel the Golden Throne. But that's the Custodes. Super cool stuff. Sometimes being the bestest ever is just fun, and the Custodes exemplify that. The Custodes aren't exactly my favorite. As a guard player, I'm kind of on the opposite side.
Oh, no, they definitely one of my favorite. I'm going to keep it real. Is this basically the end of it, basically? Oh, you said you got a hot take. Okay, let's get to that real quick.
I still kind of think that, but also, like, me single-handedly. I've also notoriously said that Custodes don't belong on tabletop and should just be a commemorative model line at most.
Oh no, they belong on there. If they're a part of this setting, I feel like they should definitely belong in there, in my opinion. But
then I still kind of think that, but also, like, really, who cares? And if people are playing the army and enjoying it, what the hell? They have merit to exist. With that being said, they should 100% never ever be in Kill Team ever again, though.
I don't know what that is. Shout out to Crackback Man for this video. Yo, I love the Custodies, y'all. I know I'm glazing them a little bit, but I'm definitely a big fan of them, man. Comment down below, what do you guys think about the Custodies? I'm gonna see y'all later for the next one. I'm out. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Peace out, everybody.